Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many people are you? Shall we start?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us wait for 2-3 minutes.
Ma'am, it's already 12:40. We can start, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
ma'am.
start. Yes, let's disposal. We have stopped there only, na? In that drying, sludge disposal, dumping, and everything is common. Only one thing I will explain more about here is whether it is here or not, I do not know. That is composting. Do you know what is meant by composting?
Compost is, ma'am, which is type of.
Decaying of organic matter, ma'am.
Yeah, that is used for.
Composting, decaying of
Decay.
organic matter used as manure.
Manure.
Yeah, manures. Yeah, plants
Yes.
and for
Farming.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Actually, there is, it is very concept-wise, very simple only. The concept behind that is any organic matter you can take, whether it is sludge or any animal waste. Animal waste generally people are not preparing. Any plant waste in the sense not very big bar, the leaves, plant leaves waste, agricultural waste, even food waste, this municipal putrescible waste. In that you have to remove undigestible material, imputrescible waste. Anything can be used for this composting and
Ma'am, it can be like not the animal waste, like dead animals maybe.
Yeah, dead animals can be used.
Yes.
Even dead animal include human being also now.
Ma'am, the basic difference between humus and compost is same.
Humus and no, there is a little difference. Humus will take split at any condition, and it takes many years. Composting is you have to maintain certain conditions, and there it within few months, 1 or 2, 3 maximum months, it will be completely composted. That is digested or decomposed. Here you have to maintain pH and you have to maintain CN ratio. If you maintain such a things in a proper manner, the compost will form very, very fast. Understand?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
So the compost is a kind of thing people are making purposely for soil amendment purpose, or soil manure purpose. Humans is not like that. Automatically it is happening. Whatever the littering is happening, there it is decomposition takes place by naturally. That contains sometimes lot of humic acid and humus. It will be supported the soil quality or improve the soil quality by providing many things, whatever I said. I think this composting will not come in this particular lesson, but even then I will tell you. Otherwise, it may come in the next lesson. I will explain this. Here, the sludge disposal, I don't want to explain because it is something like you have to dry it out, and you have to make some sort of bed like this. There you have to mix with some sort of lime powder. Then the mixture of these two will promote that process very fast, digestion process very fast. Then you have to allow it to dry. Then you take out this material. You can use it as a manure also, or simply you can dispose it of also. That volume of the sludge will be reduced. Drying also, it is simply dry. You make a particular depth of the material. Then you have to dry it out width and the drench size. You have to follow the standard size. Then you have to dry out and relieve it. So these things, it is not very important, but very important thing which I'm going to tell is lagoon. This is also very important question. Many times people have asked in your exams. Lagoon means what? Do you people have any idea about lagoon? Lagoon means which is nothing but it's a kind of pond which is forming on the surface, which is formed either by pit or pond.
Yeah.
Which is kind of pit or pond, which is formed by either natural depression or artificial pit. By extracting some ground and forming the embankments which are around the trenches, and the depth of the lagoon is 60 to 120 centimeter, which are all important. That's what those data only I'm mentioning. A layer of ashes to a depth of 15 centimeter is placed, and they are providing some under drain system. They consist of both inlet, outlet, and under drain. All the three will be there. Then 100 millimeter diameter and placed at the 3 meter center by center. They are providing for this open joints for drain and bottom. This is the structure of lagoon. Here, what is happening? Whatever the sludge which comes out of either from the sludge digestion or before doing sludge digestion, both can be used for this process, which is admitted into the pit or the lagoon, and which is left over there for natural drying process, which is taking place by evaporation or percolation, whatever it may be the process, but they are allowing to dry out that sludge. Then the drying of sludge may be taking place. It depends upon the depth of the sludge. It takes a few months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, like that. Dried sludge.
Here the lagoon signifies the sludge.
What? I'm not getting lagoon.
Here, this lagoon in this concept, man, it's such a disposal part of it. This lagoon signifies what, man?
No, your voice is breaking.
Ma'am, lagoon in this sludge disposal, what does lagoon signify, ma'am?
It's just like a pond where the sludge is being put into.
It is a kind of pit or pond. Either it is made by created by natural depression or by digging of something. That's all. Excavating of ground and making the pond. There they are just if we transfer that sludge, we are allowing it to dry. Their specific design or shape is there. You have to follow for under dry. And they are allowing to dry for 4 to 6 months. Natural evaporation or percolation or both the process are taking place simultaneously.
Yeah.
Dried sludge is then removed and the manure is collected. That manure can be used for any purpose, soil amendment purpose.
But it's a very long purpose, no, ma'am. Long timing.
Actually, but the thing is here, whatever the sludge is forming from the sludge digestion process, I told you that which is rich content of ammoniacal nitrogen. Whatever the ammonia we are adding to the process to maintain the CN ratio for that process, that is carbon nitrogen ratio. And after the process also, many ammonia compound, ammoniacal nitrogen is formed and they are in the dissolved form. Clear? Normal ammonia, nitrogen will be easily evaporated because that is highly volatile in nature. Even if you take urea, that is an amine form, that urea, whatever we are using, which contains 46% of nitrogen, But the plant will take not even 5%, 1 or 2% of nitrogen only plant takes, because which are highly in volatile nature, it will be evaporated. But here, from the sludge digestion, whatever the sludge contains, which is in the form of ammoniacal nitrogen, that will not be removed easily from this sludge. So if you dried it up, it takes a little longer time also. That will be used as a manure, which improves the soil content of soil nitrogen content. If you are using that slurry form, all the field you cannot use the slurry. For example, for rice field, you can use the slurry form of sludge as a soil manure. If you take some other agriculture field, can you just pour this liquid on the land, means which gives the ugly look. Even tomato field is there. You want to give that fertilizer. If you can add some other complex type of fertilizer, you can spread little, it is okay. And urea cannot be added directly. If you add this, it will be a good fertilizer, but we cannot feed it directly. If it is underground flow, it is okay. If it is underground flow, it will not give immediate response. So what they are doing, huge quantity when it forms, how they could use, they have to simply dry it in the open air. Then they can take it as a like a pellet or powdery form. They can easily spread on the fluffing land. It could be served its purpose. That's what this lagooning is purposely designed for, the drying of the sludge. It takes a time, that is true. And even if it rains also, from the rain and all, it is protected. Rainwater should not be mixed with this lagoon water. Like that, the design is made. And during the summer, it will be open, only water would be evaporated, and the rest of the things should be retained with the sludge. In such a way, the people are doing this process. Understand? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then next one is lagooning is looking like a small part of explanation in your book, but many times this question has been asked. You check it in your old question. Have you seen anywhere the lagoon is asked?
Where, what, ma'am?
Lagooning question is there in your old question paper.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is one of the important questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. The next one is pressure filter and.
Ma'am, I sent you a photo on WhatsApp. This is lagoon, ma'am. It is on your WhatsApp.
Let me see.
First is this sludge bug. Second one is the lagoon photo.
But this is not, if rain will come, the rainwater will be added to this. It's not protected, no?
Yeah, ma'am. Hello.
Yes. Maybe ma'am is checking.
मैम का डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया है.
डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया. अच्छा, ओ नो, चेक करने में डिस्कनेक्ट कर लिए शायद.
हाँ सर. आपको शायद नहीं मालूम मैडम, वो बोलते ही रहते थे.
शायद ट्राई कर रहे होंगे उन्हों. वेट, आई विल कॉल हर.
अभी कोई कनेक्ट हुआ गैलेक्सी है.
हाँ, उन्हों ही है.
Hello.
Yeah, ma'am.
What happened? I could not hear any of your voice. You also could not hear my voice?
No, ma'am, you were
No,
disconnected, ma'am.
You got disconnected, ma'am.
Oh my God, sorry. I am keep on speaking. Okay, no problem. What did I say? What did you say? I could not see the picture very clearly. It could not be seen like that. Is there any outer polythene cover? Is there? outer layer is covered with any polythene cover which looks like that?
No, ma'am. This is just like a small river, dried up river flowing.
Like that only I could see. But this is not the lagoon. Lagoon means which is something kind of pit or pond. At the bottom, they are providing drainage and under drainage system. And it is a open joint only, which has some specific size. And at the top, if any rainwater is coming in, that will be protected by some sort of embankments, or sometime it will be covered with some plastic or PVC sheet, which protects the entry of rainwater into the lagoon. But the drying is happening by the process or simultaneous process of both evaporation and percolation. Only the water is get rid of sludge. The sludge solid particles will be retained in that. That particles are rich content of both phosphate and nitrate. It could be served as a good soil amendment. Any soil condition, this kind of fertilizer will be useful. Understand? Like that kind of material it is, so they don't want to waste it. That's what people are not dumping into the sea or in any water bodies. If they are dumping also, what will happen, which makes some sort of color, and for some time it gives surrounding area it is smell. So to avoid that and to take that economic value of that product, they are doing this lagoon. That's why they are giving more importance to this lagoon question. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next one is pressure filter and vacuum filter. This is a kind of filtration. When I have talked, the same concept is applicable to remove only water from the sludge, and the rest of the things will be coming out like a cake. That cake can be used directly, or it can be used for after drying. It could be used. Okay. This is about the sludge digestion. In this particular lesson, I will tell you again. You have to talk about both the disposal and treatment of sludge. So before disposal, you have to treat the sewage. The treatment which involves the primary treatment and the secondary treatment. The primary and the secondary treatment, what are the process involved? We have seen when the decomposition of sewage is taking place in the previous lesson. In this lesson, screening is important. How to dispose the screening substance, skimming tank, grit chamber, commutators, and in the secondary treatment, you can say that primary treatment, sedimentation tank, trickling filter, septic tank, those and all, please go ahead, one or two only I have explained. Again, when we are talking about the secondary treatment, here also it is included some of the filters, that intermediate filter, contact bed filter, trickling filter. In that, the humus tank is very important. That comes under the last stage of secondary treatment, which only decide the process or the quality of water which could be discharged into the river or not. After that only it is discharged. Then continue with that. The water will be discharged in water or any other purpose. The remaining sludge, how it could be used. Since it is sewage which contain a lot of organic matter, those rich organic matter, if you spread anywhere, it creates many diseases. To avoid it, it could be converted into some useful product through the activated sludge process as well as through the sludge digestion process. What is activated sludge process is how it is doing, what is happening in that I have told you. There the people are converting the complex product into simple product, and it is being how it is being done, I told you. Next to that, sludge digestion air, or it is called anaerobic digestion. Through that, if people are making biogas or gobar gas, which could be served as a fuel, and sludge comes out of that sludge digestion. Again, it is a problematic. That could be disposed in a proper manner by drying that's lagooning and different filtering techniques will be adapted to remove the water from it. Then it is continued. That's all. From this lesson, minimum 2-3 questions will come. You people please study well. Okay. The next one is solid waste.
சும்மா ட்ரைன் பண்ணிட்டு எப்படி அந்த இது பண்ணிட்டு பவுடர்ல போர்ட்ல ஒருத்தர் கை
Yeah, who's that please? Can I mute? Who's that? I didn't see.
Already muted, ma'am.
Already muted.
Yes, ma'am.
The next one is solid waste disposal. Actually, this Rajita madam also handled the same subject, because directly we'll enter into the solid waste disposal, how we can do
We
that.
had solid waste disposal.
Okay. What are the things you have learned from the solid waste disposal? From that, I will identify what I have to teach. Then I will teach that only, because the remaining part I wanted to touch here and there. What you people understood from the her class about solid waste disposal? She has explained about the composition and the decomposition of solid disposal waste, and what are the types of waste she explained.
Yes, ma'am.
So those things not required, isn't it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then how it was collected, that processing she explained, collection of refuse, transportation,
Yes, ma'am. Transportation was also there. Yes.
gathering, handling,
Yes,
processing,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
ultimate, the ultimate disposal, leachate. Leachate means what? She has touched upon that leachate.
Leachate, I don't remember, ma'am.
Okay. This waste gathering, on-site handling, storage and processing, collection and transport, process and recovery,
Yes,
disposal.
ma'am. Incineration also, yeah, everything, ma'am.
No, I didn't say about incineration now.
No, I'm telling it was incineration was also there in that.
Okay. No, actually in solid waste disposal, the main part of work concentrated on gathering, handling, collection, transportation and processing. If you people are well versed with that, I will directly will go into how the disposal will takes place. After that, how we can recover the energy. That's
Okay.
what. If you, shall we go directly into disposal?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Only leachate I will explain. What is meant by leachate? That means some of the solid waste people are doing underground dumping. Okay. How they are doing the dumping? They are making some sort of pit. They are excavating to some depth. They are putting the solid waste. Then after a year again they have covered with that excavator earth material. Then they are leaving it. That's all. That is called dumping, isn't it? That's what you would have studied.
Yes, ma'am.
But when they are doing like this, that waste material which contain both organic and inorganic substances. They technically will speak this putrescible or non-putrescible solid waste are contained in that. So putrescible waste will undergo decomposition. Non-putrescible waste will exhibit the decomposition process, and also which disturbs the growth of microorganism over the putrescible waste. So when the process is undergoing, as I told you already, how this coal, oil, and natural gas form by the decomposition process, and how this humus and humic acids are forming during the same decomposition process. Like that, here we are dumping the waste. While decomposition taking place, some of the liquids are coming out of this waste. That liquid which is called leachate. Understand? What? Is it very difficult to understand?
No, ma'am.
Understand what is meant by leachate. That is called leachate. This leachate contains both or all types of suspended solid, dissolved solid, and also some extracted minerals from solid waste. Many things it contains. And it composed of liquid formed out of the chemical decomposition of putrescible solid waste, sometimes which drain or through the rainwater or groundwater. When the leachate goes, it will be mingled or mixed with that those water, groundwater as well as rainwater. Then this leachate should be either removed for treatment, or it is contained within that landfill in a particular place. So it is supposed to be, the leachate is supposed to be channelized from the dumping place to somewhere else to protect this leachate mixing with that groundwater wherever the drinking water is being taken, or it is avoid to mix with wherever the rainwater is flowing through. So like that it has to be protected. So leachate means during the decomposition process, whatever the liquids are coming out of waste, that is called leachate. This leachate again, it contains a lot of suspended solid, dissolved solids, and the extracted minerals from the soil. Clear? Clear? And sometimes some of the gases are also coming out of this landfill. Those gases are sometimes air, ammonia, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrogen, hydrogen sulfate, methane, nitrogen, and oxygen. Methane and carbon dioxide are the principal gases coming out of this leachate or landfill through the anaerobic digestion. This is the gas when it comes in the large scale level over the period of time, which accumulating in a particular area, which moves in the earth crust layer by layer. It is accumulated in a particular place, which gives huge quantity of natural gas reserves or methane gas reserves. Through this process only it happens. Do you understand? To make you to understand only, I wanted to explain what is landfill, leachate, and landfill gases. All are interrelated things which are all happening from the landfill. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, then solid waste disposal. How we can dispose the solid waste from the municipal solid waste? We know that the municipal solid waste, which contain all sort of waste, that is, we should have explained what is the rubbish, what is garbage, what is that material which comes out of different process, unwanted thing which has economic value or not, hazardous waste, industrial waste, construction waste from the demolished building, and ashes, non-combustible rubbish, combustible rubbish. Many sort of waste are coming, putrescible, non-putrescible, everything coming out of the same container only. How we are disposed of, like that it contains. So this waste, if we are dumping in one particular place, it will affect the place only, nothing will happen. So before dumping or before disposing of a municipal solid waste, it's supposed to be sorted out according to the type of the thing. How they are sorting out? Paper waste, plastic waste, metal waste, glass waste, ash and fine earth waste, and combustible matter, carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, like that they are in different category. They are segregating out. After segregation only, the waste disposal process will be adopted. What are the different processes that can be adopted for disposal? Dumping, sanitary landfilling, composting, pyrolysis, incineration, and direct dumping into the sea. These are all the common processes people adopted for disposals or municipal solid waste. And before that, when they are sorting out the waste, and the solid waste can be reused, and it can be used as a materials for recovery and energy recovery. These are all the common things to be done once the waste is generated at any place. For reuse of solid waste material, how it could be done? For example, some of the waste, for example, you take paper, cardboard, polythene cover, some of the metal waste, those waste can be recycled by following some of the techniques. Because of that, the waste accumulation can be reduced by adopting the technology. And material recovery, how the material can be recovered from the waste? For example, you take the same, say, paper, cardboard, broken glass, broken plastic material, ferrous material, non-ferrous material. These material can be sorted out from the waste. Then those material could be reused based on the above technology, whatever the reuse technology. Then it can be from that waste we can recover the new sort of product. For example, plastic waste is there. How the plastic waste could be recovered? Any one of you, please? I told you that the unwanted waste is something like paper, cardboard, plastic, organic waste, non-ferrous waste, ferrous waste, and some of the mineral. These things can be recovered and reused. I said. How the plastic material can be recovered and reused? This is very common everywhere.
Ma'am, in water, it's by through screening, and in solid waste, picking it up by rack picker.
Okay, then after what you do? Now, plastic material can be recycled.
We do regeneration.
Huh? Not getting.
Regeneration.
Yeah, the
Regeneration.
regeneration, how we can do regeneration only, recovery, regeneration, we use everything as antonyms, synonyms like that only it is. Regeneration, how you will do? Plastic regeneration, how will you do? The people are picking up the plastic material bottles from the waste. Have you observed? Wherever the dustbin are there,
Yes, ma'am.
what they are doing?
Ma'am,
Have you
recycle it. Recycle.
Recycle, ma'am.
how they are doing the recycling? What is the
some
difference
microns.
between no, what is the difference between reuse and recycle, regeneration? What is the difference between all this stuff?
Ma'am, some plastic are recycle and some are just rubbish, useless.
There is some specific micron values, ma'am. So and so microns.
Okay, ma'am. Now I'll ask the question. Some of the plastic will be recycled or can be recycled. Some of them cannot. What kind of plastic can be recycled? What kind of plastic would be rubbish? Understand my question?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me then.
Ma'am, some micron.
Correct only, come out. You are telling about the polythene covers. Some 20, 25 above a micron thickness plastic or polythene cover can be recycled. Below that thickness polythene cover cannot be recycled. Okay, for the polythene cover, I agree. I myself answered. Now I am talking about the plastics, not polythene cover. Polythene, which is nothing but it is a polypropylene, polyethylene polymer. Plastic, which is also a polymer of mixture, polystyrene and something else is there, I forgot. It is also a polymer.
We can melt it.
Huh? That is the answer I wanted to have. The plastic could
Can
be.
melt it and,
yes, yes. That is the answer. Plastic can be easily melted, isn't it? Even at low temperature also it could be melted. So whatever the plastic could be melted, they are collected and sorted out and they are doing recycling by regeneration. How they are doing the regeneration? They are melting all together. Some specific or some mixture of color will come. They can mold it in a particular molded size and they are making. Okay, this is, we can recollect and regenerate and the old material can be reused. Plastic could be recycled. Plastic is not accumulating here and there.
this is that's one, ma'am. This thrombosetting plastic and this plastic will be
What is
thromboplastics and thrombosetting plastics will be the backlight.
All plastic, some of the plastic which is mixed with some polystyrene and something else only could not be recycled. Rest of the thing can be recycled. Okay. The problem with the environment is only polythene cover. Polythene. That polythene cover also, if it is more than 20 micron, it could be recycled. If it is less than 20 micron thickness, it could not be recycled. That is the problem which affects our environment. Understand? Anywhere have you read that plastic cannot be recycled? Everywhere you can read that the very thin polythene covers cannot be recycled. Even some of the e-waste could be recycled, but all the e-waste cannot be recycled. The circle-related component, the circle-related board, if it is destroyed, it is destroyed only. It could not be recycled and reused. But e-component can be recycled. Understood? Somebody asked me day before yesterday this question. For that only this answer. Now, when we are talking about this solid waste management, you should understand what is meant by reuse, what is meant by recovery, and what is meant by regeneration and the energy recovery. These 4 points supposed to be known. Reuse the things which could be picked up from the solid waste, like paper, like material like paper, cardboard, some of the metals, glass. Those things can be collected and reused. And regenerated means the things can be collected like cardboard, paper, again plastic, everything. You collect and regenerate it. You make it something else out of it. Then you can reuse it. And another one is recovery, energy recovery. What they can do out of the solid material, whatever the things when you are burning, solid material, how it could be disposed of, many ways are there. But the better way is One is pyrolysis, another one is gasification, and the third one is incineration. These three ways are the better way to disposal of three ways, thermal way of disposal of the solid waste. Out of these three ways, some of the chemicals and the heat energy is coming out. That heat energy, if the people are using for power generation, it could be served as a good energy source. That's what in your classmate, that madam who has come from that municipal department, she told that we are generating electricity through gasification process from the municipal solid waste, that technology. And she said we are generating the power at a low cost, we are selling at a very high cost to the grid. The grid people are selling the electricity to us at the less price than what they are getting. Why they are giving this much cost? The buying cost is more than the selling cost only in EB department, where it is applicable. Did you know that? In India, especially, I didn't know other state in North India, but when we are taking up to South India, whatever I know very clearly and confidently, whatever the spending cost or buying cost of electricity is always less than the selling cost. If the unit consumption is going beyond the limit, the slab will be different. I'm talking about the minimum slab level. At the minimum slab level, whatever the cost we are paying, it is very, very less than the whatever the cost the EV people are buying from the source. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. And whatever I am telling, if you people know me, say you please stop me, then I will talk about something else. Okay, that dumping, no need to explain much. There is no new thing, but all the techniques are very important only for solid waste disposal.
Ma'am, this PPT is there with you, ma'am.
Oh yeah, I didn't send now. Please wait. I forgot to send solid.
Yeah, that's what we are.
You would have told me now. I really forgot. Wait 1 minute. So meanwhile, if people have any doubt, you please ask me. About the solid waste management, if you have any doubt, means till I send this file and till it shares, you can ask me. No one has any doubt. But okay, now I'll ask you, what is meant by gasification? What is meant by gasification? Hello.
Yeah, ma'am. Hello.
What is meant by gasification?
Gasification is a process, ma'am, that generates chemical process that generates gas.
Okay, very good. Really, you are very smart one. Because I
Ma'am,
have said
converting
Converting
organic
the-
waste into gases, ma'am.
Gaseous.
okay. Then what else? Anything else?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. It is also that natural way of, converting of fossil fuels into gases.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I send you, please open and share it.
Okay.
Because this is a 365 format. Many people could not open if I send directly. Okay, I have told you that if we can make some gas out of this, we can make power. You pick up very nicely, very good students, very good. It is a very good technology, and this technology is available since the Second World War. And that time people wanted to use coal only as a feed material. If they are doing the combustion process, when they are comparing the efficiency of combustor is very low, but the efficiency of gasifier is very high, around 70 to 75%. So through combustion they will go, or gasification they go for power generation when they compare. In some of the point of view, gasification is good, but in some aspect, this combustion only is good. Because gasification gives good conversion of fuel, but which has associated with some other operational problem. That operational problem which hinder the power production continuously. So again, they will come down. They are using that combustion technology, combustion which won't give much efficiency like gasification. But whatever the problem associated with the gasification will be eliminated by this combustion. Then cost of the process when they have compared between gasification and combustion is okay decided. Till date, the research is going on gasification to dominate that. Still, the efficiency is better than combustion. Only the operational issue is coming in gasifier. That's what it is in a hanging place. That is one of the technology. Even in the operation cost, only the installation cost is more. There is no much operation cost. And when we are running this, the power generation also it not much complicated like combustor. Only the thing is operation problem, and that could be eliminated in a small scale level, but in a large scale level only that is being complicated to continuous operation of gasifier for power production. When the small like the municipal level, small industry level, in many this rice mill, that rice husk which comes out of paddy, that could be a feed material for gasifier. They are making their own power. They are running very nicely. In some of the sugar industry, the solid waste which comes out in the form of bagasse after extracting or crushing the juice out, that they are drying and they are using as a feed material as a fuel. Then they are getting or generating their own power like that. Yeah, many industries are doing like this by the self-sustained own power generation. But in some of the industries, it could not be possible. So that small standalone system, small level, it is running very nicely. When it comes like a huge level power production, like thermal power plant like that, by this technology, it is quite difficult. It is otherwise I can say it is a batch process. It is possible. For a continuous process, it is not possible. Like that is the problem. When they are using for this solid waste management as one of the method of solid waste disposal, it can be completely gasified in a gasifier, which is converted the whatever the solid carbonaceous material into gaseous material. Those gases are containing carbon monoxide, hydrogen, and nitrogen. If they are using air as a oxidizing agent, that particular gas is called producer gas. That gas can be used for power generation. Instead of air, in case the people use oxygen is the oxidizing agent. That gas contains carbon monoxide and hydrogen without nitrogen. So this gas is called a syngas. That syngas is also can be used as a fuel for power generation. This is the technology generally used for this solid waste disposal. Whether they have given your book or not, but you note it down, you can write down this is the correct answer. They have given about the pyrolysis. What is meant by pyrolysis? Pyrolysis is a processor which is nothing but the biomass or the solid waste material which undergoes destructive distillation. Destructive distillation means the pyrolysis is taking place very less amount of air or oxygen. When I was talking about this air pollution process, I would have asked you what is combustion, and when the carbon monoxide is forming. If incomplete combustion is taking place, means what will happen, and what could be the problem of incomplete combustion and excess air concept. Everything I would have explained. Would you remember? Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if incomplete combustion is taking place, means what will happen?
Ma'am, carbon monoxide.
Very good. Correct. Carbon monoxide will dominate. Carbon dioxide will not form properly. Correct. Then anything else? Anything else? Have you seen anywhere if any waste material on the road here and there people will burn, or sometimes people are burning some firewood purposely for fuel purpose. some sort of piscine kind of viscous kind of liquid will come out. Have you seen anywhere?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That piscine or that viscous fluid, which is nothing but the biomass or the waste material which contain the organic substances. That organic substance which undergoes this pyrolysis process, which gives that kind of liquid. When the pyrolysis process takes place, when the combustion is taking place, very less amount of oxygen or air, 1/6 amount of oxygen required for combustion will be used for the burning process. That time this pyrolysis is taking place. Pyrolysis means when the temperature is very high, where the biomass is undergoes for destructive distillation at a very high temperature with limited or without any oxygen and air, the biomass undergoes for decomposition, that is called pyrolysis. Again, I will tell you, pyrolysis means it is a destructive distillation of biomass taking place at a very high temperature at air starved condition or without air condition. So what will happen if you are burning something without air and oxygen? It catches fire, because in the open environment, whatever the air is there, make use of that, it catches fire. After catching fire, the oxygen level may not be sufficient. So the whatever the organic matters are there, that will be collapsed thermally. Collapsed in the sense, it will be something like a completely compacted, and it has broken here and there. Because of this breakage, whatever the structured organic matter which started gives some of the solid material, some of the liquid material, and also which gives some of the gaseous components. All these components which are coming out of this process. This is the only process when we are doing which gives three sort of fuels, that is solid, gas, and liquid. Solid, which comes out in the form of charcoal. Gas, which are all coming out in the form of carbon monoxide, hydrogen, even methane, and a little amount of organic substances in the vapor form like methanol, like that. And the liquid, which are all in the form of whatever the humic acid we have studied. Here, similar compound will come in vaporized form, that is methanol, acetic acid, formic acid, aldehyde, acetaldehyde, acetone, all preliminary compounds of aliphatic hydrocarbons will come out. That liquid technically is called pyroligneous acid or pyroligneous liquid. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the process which is called pyrolysis. The characterization of pyrolysis, which is nothing but the generation of gas fraction containing primarily hydrogen, methane, carbon monoxide, sometimes carbon dioxide, and various other gases also, like vaporized form of volatiles. And the generation of liquid fraction, which is contained in tar, that entire term it is called tar. Whatever I said, acetic acid, formic acid, methanol, ethanol, acetaldehyde, formaldehyde, whatever, that mixture is called tar. But sometimes which really contain tar also, whatever that tar unsaturated carbon is, that also will come. And steam containing some of acetic acid, acetone, and methanol, oil, water, everything. Then gaseous component, the generation of solid fraction consists of almost a pure carbon and with some inert substances. During that process, or whatever the vapor molecule, those molecules sometimes entered into the pore of charcoal that will be deposited on that. And the distribution of all these products, solid, liquid, and gas products, which varies with the temperature and the rate of heating also, at where the pyrolysis is taking place. The temperature would be around 400 to 600 degrees centigrade. The oxygen level required is 1/6 of the stoichiometry, is called pyrolysis process. You know what is meant by stoichiometry? The exact amount of oxygen are required for the complete combustion of any organic material. It is called a stoichiometric combustion. That is stoichiometric combustion, based on that only either gasification and pyrolysis is taking place. 1/3 of stoichiometric amount of oxygen required for gasification. 1/6 of stoichiometric combustion is required for the pyrolysis process. From the gasification, you can get only gaseous fuel. At the end of the process, all the carbon will be converted into gas. Only ash is left over. In this pyrolysis process, you will get all three form of products: solid, liquid, gases. At the end of the process, solid carbon is only the residue left over, and the remaining will be converted into liquid and gaseous form. Is it clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Then what is composting? What is meant by composting?
Hello.
Yes, yes. I have told
Yeah,
you 3 minutes for composting means, which is nothing but a decomposition of
decomposition of plants and
yeah organic matter. Organic matter. Now we are talking about the waste. So those waste material could be converted into useful product by different process. One of the process is composting. Okay. In general, the composting means a decomposition of any organic substances which undergoes underground and which makes some useful material which will be applicable for soil application. That is called composting. So there are different processes are involved in composting. Aerobic, based on the microbes which involved in the process, it is being classified into two types. One is aerobic and another one is anaerobic. Okay. So the composting, first actually we will discuss about how they are making the composting. First, who has introduced this composting? You know that? From the ancient period onwards, this animal manure is being composted by natural process, but no one is made it like a technical process. But technically, it is being started after this municipal solid waste concept come. Okay, and previously, and at the farm level, whatever the agricultural waste is left over at the end of the year of or after harvesting, they use all that agricultural waste inside the land only by ploughing process which entered into the soil. Sometimes the quantity is more means they will burn annual burning. You know that that is only the method they are clearing the agricultural land every year. So all the organic matter will be converted into ash. That ash contain lot of mineral oxide that could be served as a fertilizer. The people have adopted the technique also. But some of the solid waste or agriculture waste which is coming in the form of both dried and wet form. So either burning cannot be done or through the ploughing it cannot be decomposed. Then they follow the technique called composting. Then whatever the method that I said, they follow like this. But technically how they are doing, it is that whatever the solid waste or municipal solid waste they have collected, and they are mixed with the sludge. The sludge may coming out of any sludge digestion process or from the sewage treatment sludge process, whatever it may be. That is sludge and night soil. Night soil means it is a excreta of animal excreta are allowed to undergo decomposition and the stabilization by the action of bacteria. Either maybe aerobic bacteria or anaerobic bacteria, they have selected based on the type of composting they have chosen. The organic matter which undergo decomposition into the stable, non-injurious substances, which are give the value of economic value of to the soil when we apply. The final product will be the good manure. This is the technology. Technique is called composting. They are mixing with the sludge or night soil, and it will be undergoing for decomposition and stabilization by the action of either aerobic or anaerobic bacteria. And all this organic matter is being break down and it is being converted or break down into stabilized or stable compound, which are all non-injurious and which does not make any sort of harm to the living things in and around area. And whatever the substance left over which will give the economic value to the soil. And when the process is being prolonged and we are getting the completely decomposed material, that only it is called manure. Okay. And the biological process when they are undergoing, the first here, the present, there are the aerobic and the anaerobic two method I said. The anaerobic method of the composting is the Bangalore method of composting. They have only introduced that anaerobic method of decomposition, though that is called the Bangalore method. This was first brought into the use 1944 only. In this method, what they are doing, whatever the metals, cans, glass, etc. is non-degradable material, everything is first removed. And after removing the whatever the carbon is there, they are maintaining the level of carbon and nitrogen CN ratio of 25:1 or 30:1, and somewhere if the material is very strong, they are maintaining 35:1 also. By adding that the digester sludge, the digester sludge means what? From either from the slurry digestion or from that sludge digestion they have taken and mixed with that. Then they are trenching the length of particular size and depth, and with also they have excavated. Then they are mixing with the night soil and the refuse whatever we have collected. They are making like alternative layer, top layer, bottom layer, like that. And the top layer they are covering with the earthen material, and the entire moss is allowed to decompose for the 4 to 5 months, maximum 6 months. And the top layer also they are covering with some sort of plastic sheets or PVC sheets. Then the process is completely decomposed, which gives the manure. Then this anaerobic digestion method provides the better manure or compost than the aerobic process. That's the concept that this Bangalore method of composting is being shined, and it is agreed by everybody. Understood? Then again it is incineration. Do you want me to explain about the incineration again?
No, ma'am.
No or yes? No, I couldn't hear your voice. No or yes? Do you want me to explain?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No.
We know.
You know that. Okay, very good. Then the dumping into the directly the people are dumping into the sea. That is dumping the no need to explain anything about that. So are you clear about what is gasification, what is pyrolysis, what is incineration, what is composting? All the 4 methods, could you make out the difference? Could you write nicely?
Yeah.
Any sort of confusion is there, you please ask me. Then this further lessons and all, each and everything, whatever the process we have studied, they have explained in detail. If you want, you can study. That much is enough. You feel you can do it.
Ma'am, I sent you the Bangalore method photo.
What?
The Bangalore method.
Bangalore method means anaerobic method of decomposition.
Yeah, ma'am. I sent you that photo.
Okay, let me see then. I not a trace it. Let it come.
It came, ma'am.
Yeah, yes, typically that one only. Yeah, it is
The thick
completely
layer.
strictly anaerobic.
Yeah, thick layer of organic material, then thin layer of clay soil or powder.
Anything thin layer, it's supposed to be airtight. Anything they could use. Even they can use earthen material also. No need to use concrete material. And because many people they won't have any rain will come, it may drain out. We have here no. That's what they are using this concrete. It no need to make only simple. You can make a square type of small box kind of thing. Box means don't think that it is a box. Like 1 meter size width and then square type also it is possible. But when they are doing this anaerobic process, only one thing they are doing extra, they are introducing some sort of earthworm. The earthworm, what is the property of earthworm, you know?
Earthworm,
Fertilizing the soil, ma'am.
Soil porous, ma'am.
Ma'am, it will loosen the soil, ma'am.
Yeah,
Loosen the
that's
soil,
only
yeah.
that the beauty of soil worm is or earthworm is, which makes loosen the soil. So what will happen, which provides a good aeration to the roots. So whatever the usually, you know that Acetobacter rhizobium, those are all the bacteria which are lying at the roots of plant, which is absorbing the atmospheric nitrogen in their roots, which is being converted.
Nitrogen fixation.
Yeah. That is taken
Yeah.
place means the soil is supposed to be loosened. If the soil is compact, means that could not be done. To make that process be more efficient, the soil, this earthworm make the soil to be loosened. So when they are doing this decomposition process, anyhow they have to maintain the CN ratio of 25:1 to 35:1 in the range. So if they wanted to make more comfortable, very fast and more efficient decomposition organic matter, they make the soil little be loose, and also that because this organic matter decomposition of composting, they are doing not only with organic matter, they are mixing with the sludge. Sometimes they are mixing with the night soil. Sometimes they are mixing with the sand also. Not sand soil, some sort of good soil, which is easily compact with easily that is organic substance like that soil. And they are all mixing well with this, and they are maintaining the moisture content around 40 to 50%. Then they are maintaining nitrogen content in such a level, maintaining the pH level between 7 to 8. When we are providing this condition throughout the period of 3 to 4 months or 4 to 6 months, they are maintaining the wet level same. Then the decomposition is taking place pakka. Here you can see people are selling out manure here and there, 1 kg rupees, 150, 200 rupees like that. Have you seen anywhere in Hyderabad? Wherever the people are selling out the plants and a little larger scale level, they are selling out this manure also. 1 kg packet is 150 rupees or something like that in Hyderabad. They are making this artificial manure with the natural material like this one. Understood? No?
Yeah.
No, it is not clear. Asha ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
are you talking about vermicomposting, ma'am?
Both are same one, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, vermicomposting means whenever the people are introducing the earthworm, that is called vermicomposting. Without that also will do means that will be taken more time. This will be taking a lot of shorter time. Here you can convert any sort of even rough and solid organic material also can be converted. And vermicomposting. Composting is common. The either can be vermicomposting or plain composting.
Okay, ma'am.
Both could be used for soil manure and for soil amendment purpose only. I have sent some slides on the solid waste disposal, sorry, indoor air pollution. Can we discuss about it, or you people are comfortable? Please, Turkesh, can you share that slides to everyone?
I have already shared it, ma'am.
Okay, can we have the discussion about that, or we will discuss anything more about the water pollution only?
You can start.
About the solid waste disposal. Okay. Sorry, indoor air pollution. Do you want me to explain indoor air?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
I think India left.
Did I explain anything about indoor air pollution in classroom? Okay, you answer to me now. Indoor air pollution is aggressive or outdoor air pollution is aggressive? Which one is highly problematic?
Indoor, ma'am. Indoor, we are continuously getting exposed because indoor because it is indoor air pollution means because mostly we are staying indoors. So at house after so we are continuously getting exposed with the indoor air pollution more than the outdoor.
Okay.
On a routine basis, we are getting exposed.
Okay. And now I will ask you, if there are two people are there. Okay, two people are standing and talking very close together, and one is smoking and another one is not smoking.
Yeah.
Or you can, okay. The smoking which gives problem to the smokers, that everywhere people have written, don't smoke, otherwise don't buy tobacco, otherwise which spoil your health, which leads cancer, you will die this, die that. Everywhere people are giving the board and instruction, but still they are selling out, isn't it? I am wrong. Yes or no?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And government is take a very high tax.
Ma'am, very clear and very clever also. Very good, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now I ask you, either smoker will affect too much, or the active smoker will affect too much, or passive smoker will affect too much.
Ma'am, passive smoker also is effective, ma'am.
Passive will also
smoking
get
also
affected.
No, I will ask any one answer only, not also. Active smoker will affect too much, or passive smoker affect too much. Either or. Either
Because of that one smoker, there will be so many people affected.
no,
Because
this
of the
one-
passive smoking.
No, I am giving important information to you all, please. I have very less time, but I am talking. This means the unreasonably I won't talk now. Come fast. Active smoker will smoke and expel it. Only the person will experience the warmness inside. The passive smoker will take in the smoke which comes out of the active smoker. The impact of smoking on passive smoker is much more than the active smoker. Understood?
Yeah.
So don't stand in front of or nearby any smoker if you are not smoking. For both ladies and gents, I'm telling. This effectiveness is 1:9%, 1:9 ratio. I can say one impact active smoker is having means remaining out of 10, 9 effects the passive smokers will have. So if the person is really clever, means they should not stand nearby any smokers. Okay, this we will go ahead very fast. So based on this indoor air pollution is more effective than the outdoor air pollution. The reason behind that, in outdoor air pollution, the air movement is more, so the pollutant can be easily dispersed in the air, so the effect is less. But in indoor air pollution, in indoor, the air movement is very slow or less. So before it dispersing into the air, it is started giving impact to the indoor people. That's why that indoor air pollution is being considered is one of the major threats in the world. As I told you already, the places like Delhi, why it is having more pollution means there the dispersion of air is taking place very less because the latitude and longitude condition, the pressure, air pressure is very less. If the pressure, according to the SB equal to nRT, the pressure is less means temperature is also less, then the movement of the gases will be taken